Hello everyone, this is Victoria Sjogren. I am the supervisor of the Cheyenne Police Department. The Cheyenne Police Department is located in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It currently has 90 employees. These employees consist of shift officers who work in the field and respond to calls. There also are probation officers, parole officers, and dispatchers that work with the Cheyenne Police Department. I am seeking funding from you guys today because I believe that all police officers deal with unspeakable things that occur in their line of work. Officers need ways of coping with the stress that they are under. I am asking for funding because I believe that if funding is provided, the results will show that mandatory counseling helped reduce stress, suicide, and suicidal thoughts, as well as PTSD symptoms in officers. PTSD and suicide and burnout are just a few of the things that officers deal with. Officers need a way to cope with these things. I believe that the mental health of officers needs to be looked at. I am seeking funding to give officers mandatory counseling for 3 months. Counseling will be mandatory for every officer at least once a month. Stress does affect officers in many ways. Research shows in the article the effects of occupational stress on cognitive performance in police officers, that officers who went through a stressful situation struggled with short-term memory loss. Research by Violante, Andrew, Mensova, Hartley, Bechdulum, and Birchfield found that officers struggle with hopelessness that is associated with stress from their job. This hopelessness is magnified by PTSD. This source also shows that how officers feel hopeless when they do not feel supported by their department. This is one of the main reasons that I want to implement mandatory counseling for our officers in the department. Because I think that if officers have mandatory counseling, eventually they will realize that they have a place to go to talk about what they're dealing with and the stresses that they're under in their work environment, and they will feel heard and like someone cares, and that is crucial in this line of work. Savalia showed a correlation between gambling and then excessive drinking. This source shows how important it is for officers to have healthy ways to deal with the stress that they're under. This is one of the reasons that I want to implement counseling for officers on a monthly basis. Because if officers have a healthy outlet like counseling to deal with their stress, they won't turn to drinking, drugs, gambling, or any other way to deal with their stress. Counseling will help officers in many ways. It'll also help the community, because if officers are not burnt out and leaving the department, response times for officers will be great because there will be officers to respond to calls. However, if officers are leaving the department, there won't be officers to respond to emergency calls as quickly, which will really affect the community. The court system will also benefit because they will have officers in place to enforce the laws. The results of this study will be published in the newspapers, on our website, as well as social media. Your contribution to the project will be recognized in the newspaper as well as our website and social media. You have done, if you choose to support this, you will have done a great service to the Cheyenne Police Department. The project director will receive $25 per hour, which will equate to $6,000 over the study. The staff assistant will receive $15 per hour, which will equate to $3,600 over the study. And there will be an office supply needed that will be $100, which will equate to a total of $9,700 for the budget for this study. It would be greatly appreciated if you would support the officers who put their lives on the line daily to protect us. Their mental health needs to be a priority and taken care of. Thank you for your time and support.